Hello folks, Jonathan Milam here with a family of Olds trumpets. And, what is this? November 22nd, 2020. Where has the time gone? 2020. Apparently, President-elect Biden will be coming into condition. Very, very tough time. COVID is rampant. States are shutting down. Thanksgiving is coming. They don't want big family gatherings. When things get rough, buy a trumpet, or two, or three, or four. In the last few weeks, I bought four horns. I've got an Olds recording here from 1952. I've got an Ambassador from 54. And I had a great old Super, still do, from 57. And I thought, well, then why not just get some horns and compare them quickly? So I also bought a Mendez from 63. And I bought a little recording cornet at the same time. If things get really bad, I told my sisters, I'm hoping I can eat trumpet. But at any rate, if I starve to death, I will starve to death entertaining myself with some good horns. Okay, I'm going to go through these individually. I feel really privileged to have this many nice Olds trumpets at once. And so I'm going to play them all with a Reeves 42C, perhaps similar to a Bach 3C, which is the most popular mouthpiece in the world as far as I can tell. I do use a 41 rim on it, so it's but it's not a bad fit at all. Got a 26 throat, and I'm going to use it all with them. I'll play the Ambassador, the Super, the Mendez, and then the recording. And just had a song on my heart. I thought it was from Oliver, but it's from My Fair Lady, Wouldn't It Be Loverly? Long notes, you should be able to get a difference, hopefully be able to tell a difference between the horns. I've got a friend up in Canada that will occasionally send me video clips, and I almost always respond. Yeah, the last two, the last one and the next one and the third one always sound better. The first one, you're just kind of warming up. Okay, this is an old Super from 57. I've had this for a while. Nice little nickel silver tone ring, I think it is, but great playing horn. In fact, I thought this just about set the standard for great vintage horns, but I've been really lucky with the recording. Ambassador's a nice player, but especially the recording in the Mendez. So a very fat sound here, to my way of thinking, big, broad sound for the Super. Great horn, great horn. And then I'm going to play the 63 Mendez. Now, this horn needs some work. I did get it inexpensive, but it does need some work. If you can see here, the brace has come apart here, and the brace has come apart on this side. And honestly, while I was cleaning the horn, I take all the slides out. You take this slide out, and all of a sudden, the only thing you got holding the horn together is this brace and this brace. And there's a lot of flexibility. With the main tuning slide in, it's not so bad. You can also see this one is missing the triggers, and I'll probably get the triggers put back on. The recording has a trigger like this. It takes a little getting used to. I notice it's really, at this point, just jamming up against my lips, and it slides the third finger pull and the thumb push or pull also. We're just a little more used to them. Great sounding horn. Great sounding horn. And some of the best valves. Just tremendous valve action. Okay. Nice, nice horn. I am impressed. And lastly, we have got, in fact, this is not just a Fullerton, but this is an LA Olds recording. The interesting thing about that, the first time I picked it up to play it just a couple of days ago, I said, it's a little bright, I don't think that's a good word. Bold, vibrant, I think are a little better characteristics, which really surprised me. It does play darker than the Mendez, which is all brass. But with this horn, you've got a rose gold bell, or bronze if you please. They put a little more copper into it. And also the rose gold lead pipe. So you'd think this would be the darker horn. And of course, the valves are set so that it's a balanced horn. I think we've got this about right here. Let's see. But you can see how much further forward towards the bell they set the valve on these horns. And just a great horn. First recording I've had, first Mendez I've had, is first Ambassador that I've had also. Love the Super. I had 4 Supers and 4 Specials. And this is the best Super that I've ever had. And the recording, the Mendez, the Ambassador, very, very nice horns. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play, if I were going to take these horns out and play, I would want to play with the mouthpiece that I thought accented best the attributes of the horn. So, see, we will start off with the Olds Ambassador, and I like it with a Reeves medium that I've got. It's a little shallower than the 42. Let's see if we can get these together and show you. A little bit shallower there. And the Reeves has a 26 throat. This 42M is a 69 backbore by Reeves and a 25 throat. And I think it fits the Ambassador good. Little sharper tone, but I think it just works. We'll raise it up just a little. Nice sound, isn't it? 54 olds. This also is from the LA factory. Okay, next we've got the Super. I'd still stick with the 42C. Okay, and then the Mendez. The Mendez, as I mentioned, is a little darker playing horn, and I've got shallower yet. I've got a Reeves 42 shallow V 69 with a 25 throat. I'll tell you what, that's one thing I've always felt. When you get a horn that is a little shallower cup here, the shallow V, when you get a horn that is darker, you can make it easier on yourself, lighten up a little bit on the mouthpiece, still get a nice tone, to my way of thinking. And so this is the 63 Mendez. Great horn. I am impressed. I wish you were here just to feel how great those valves feel. And of course, the recording. I'd use the 42C on it. I've got some. I'll take each of these horns probably later and do one on them where I use more mouthpieces. I've got the Reeves C2J, very big 11 drill. It's beautiful. But I'm just using the ones that I liked personally the best sound on. And with the recording here again, it's the 42C. Okay, great horns. Welcome to the Olds family with the Ambassador, the Super, the Mendez, and of course, last and certainly not least, is the recording. Great horns. Thanks for tuning in. Love the comments that y'all send in, your thoughts, your experiences with these horns. It's a great place for us all to pitch in the information that we have and to help each other out. Hope things are going well with you, really do. Kind of a tough time with the economy maybe taking a nosedive and so on. Thank God we've got some horns to try and distract us from the sadder things in life. Keep in touch. Best wishes to you all.